path somewhere. Step on the switch and use the lights to guide your way. There are hidden platforms nearby that you can jump on. First, reveal the platforms, then dash up to a ledge to jump.
Well, that's easy. Is that?
It's a Tempura Wizard.
A Tempura wizard?
If he deep fries you, keep your distance. One bite and you'll be finished.
Well, that's a step up from eggplant, I guess. No, not really.
We're getting close to Medusa. Be careful not to fall. This appears to be the final guard.
The last step before Medusa's defeat. Eggplant. Eggplant.
There's an Arinus nearby. They split into two halves that you can take out one at a time.
It looks like the bottom half lost its pants.
So we finally meet again. Pit.
She's huge!
Be careful!
Listen well, all you demons of the underworld! In the name of the goddess Palutena, the defender of all that is good! Those who hide in the darkness will be made to face the light!
Fly, Pit! I'm going to try to get you closer.
Thank you kindly!
But Medusa's using her powers to hold you back. I know it's tough, but don't give up. You're still too far away.
She's so big that it's hard to get a feel for which shots will hit her! Wow! Warping that huge body must be a real pain!
Who are you calling huge, you insignificant little thing?
Let's get you closer. Watch out!
Deal like that.
Now's your chance! The good news is that I've chained Medusa's legs in place for you. The bad news is that you'll have to get up close and personal.
You'll pay for that.
Nasty!
Is there any part of it?
Her head!
Now this is the Medusa I remember.
She's hideous!
I can't believe she's still fighting like this. But this is a battle we cannot lose. We must overcome the darkness of the underworld with light.
The fight against evil ends here!
Now pit the eye! You did it!
We did it! We really did it!
Congratulations! I know it wasn't always easy.
Oh, but it was so worth it. With the world at peace again, even the sun feels warmer.
Aw, you're so cute, Pit.
Now wait just a second.
Huh?
Did you hear something?
I said wait just a second.
Got to be hearing things.
Hades?
Who's Hades?
The true master of the underworld.
Sorry to keep you waiting, but now that I'm here, let's get this party started. Welcome to my underworld, Pretty Pat. You too, Pretty Palutena.
I'm honored you know who I am.
So this little angel took down Big Bad Medusa all by himself. What an accomplishment. Goodness, you should put this on your resume.
What's with this guy?
But before you do, you should know that I whipped up that Medusa especially for you.
Wait, how?
Add a pinch of memories to a ton of souls. Put them in a blender and hit frappe.
Explain yourself!
Her thirst for revenge was so great it seemed a shame to let it go to waste. Oh, Pretty Palutena, you must have done a real number on her.
I won't deny that.
She's old news, and old news bores me. We must look to the future. That future is me, the true leader of the underworld. Next to me, little Miss Medusa's going to look like a sweet, cuddly bunny.
No, this can't be happening.
I must bid you adieu.